Hello friends, welcome all of you. Today I teach you 12th standard economics subject. Our topic number 1, introduction to microeconomics and macroeconomics. In this topic, we have already studied in last lecture introduction of microeconomics, historical review of microeconomics, definitions of microeconomics, scope of microeconomics, and now we are going to start features of microeconomics. Features of microeconomics: number 1, study of individual units. Number 2, price theory. Number 3, partial equilibrium. Number 4, based on certain assumptions. Number 5, slicing method. Number 6, use of marginalism principle. Number 7, analysis of market structure. And number 8, limited scope. Features of microeconomics. Number 1, study of individual units. Microeconomics is the study of the behavior of small individual economic units like individual firm, individual price, individual household, etc. So just see picture here. In microeconomics, in first picture, individual person, household and firm. So microeconomics means small or individual. In individual, when you study particular person, household, industry, firm, means a particular or individual study. It is called study of individual units. Second feature, price theory. Price theory. Microeconomics deals with determination of the prices of goods and services. You know, in microeconomics, price determination through the two forces, demand force and supply force. Demand force and supply force. So, price determination through the equilibrium where demand curve and supply curve intersects, it is called equilibrium point. So demand force and supply force means the consumer's behavior and producer's behavior also study in micro. So price determination through study in micro price theory. Then in a price tag, for example, sugar. Sugar's price determination through the microeconomic study and as well as factors of production. Factors of production, 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur or enterprise. These are the 4 factors of production. These 4 factors rewards respectively land rent, labor wages, capital interest and enterprise profit. So in a microeconomics theory, microeconomics is a price theory. In a price theory, price determination of goods and services and factor of production. Next feature, partial equilibrium. Partial equilibrium means the equilibrium is the balance between two factors. Equilibrium is the balance between two factors. In two factors, demand, supply and equilibrium. Here demand side and supply side, both two factors equilibrium, it is called partial equilibrium. And micro economic analysis deals with partial equilibrium, which analysis equilibrium position of an individual economic unit like individual consumer, individual firm, individual industry, etc. So just see picture. Here partial equilibrium, agriculture sector demand and supply, automobile sector demand and supply, toys, shoes. So particular or individual consumers, firms or industries equilibrium to study in microeconomics. Next up, based on certain assumptions, microeconomic theories begins with the fundamental assumptions. Other things remaining constant or same. For example, law of demand. Other things being constant or same, higher price of the commodity, lower quantity demanded, and lower price of the quantity, higher quantity demanded, means price increase or decrease that affect on quantity demanded. Here assumptions: price of the commodity constant, population, taste, habit, government policy, advertisement, these are the constant. It is called other things remaining constant. In microeconomics theory, perfect competition also practically not possible, because perfect competition is a theoretical concept. Then laissez-faire policy means no government interfere. Pure capitalism also not possible, and full employment also not possible. These assumptions make the analysis in simple. So microeconomics also based on certain assumptions. Next up, slicing method. Microeconomics uses slicing method. It splits or divides the whole economy into small individual units. And then studies each unit separately in detail. For example, just see here a total packet of bread. In a total packet of bread, when you select single slice, it is called micro. In this example, total bread means total whole economy, and in total whole economies, when you select a single unit, it is called slicing method. So for example, study of individual income out of national income. National income is the aggregate monetary value of all final goods and services produced in a year in economy. So in a year, all final goods and services, when you have measurement in money, it is called total national income. National income is aggregate, but individual person or families income, it is called slice. And study of individual demand out of aggregate demand. Aggregate demand means total whole economy's demand, and total whole economy's demand, a single family's demand, it is called slice. So microeconomics study only individual or slicing method. Next, use of marginalism principle. The concept of marginalism is the key tool of microeconomic analysis. According to Professor Dr. Alfred Marshall, also use marginalism principle tools, also very important to study in microeconomics. The term marginal means change brought in total by an additional unit. Marginal means extra unit, additional unit or last unit. Just see picture, then you are clear. Yellow color person, then two persons. Means here last unit, then extra one unit, and here another unit. Means last unit here, it is called marginalism. After yellow color person, two persons, one extra, then another one extra. So marginalism means extra units or last unit or additional unit. So marginal concept like that, marginal utility, marginal cost, marginal revenue, these are the concept is very important to study producers behavior and consumers behavior. So producers and consumers take economic decisions using the principle. Next, analysis of market structure. Microeconomics analysis different market structures such as perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition and oligopoly. These are the all market study in detail topic number 5, forms of market or types of market. But in microeconomic analysis, all these market structure study also very important. Just see here market. In a market, fruit or vegetable market. So here in types of market you study in micro perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, etc. Next feature, limited scope. The scope of microeconomics is limited to only individual units. Students, you know, microeconomics is a limited scope because you only study individual problems like families problems, firms problems, particular commodity. It does not deal with the nationwide economic problems. Nationwide economic problems. Today our country's major challenge or major problem, inflation, poverty, unemployment, population, these are the major challenge. So economic nationwide or aggregate problem such as inflation, deflation, balance of payments, poverty, unemployment, population, economic growth, these are the problem study in macroeconomics, not micro, because micro is only limited, micro is a individual, micro is a small, because of microeconomics is a limited scope. So students, today we have studied features of microeconomics. In features of microeconomics, number 1, study of individual units, price theory, partial equilibrium based on certain assumptions, slicing method, use of marginalism principle, analysis of market structure and limited scope. Students, if you like this video, please share, subscribe, then your available notification my next video. Okay.